Hi guys, and welcome back. And if you're watching this, then you're interested in my book reviews and what I'm doing and what I'm reading. I was considering not uploading any more book reviews because it's not really what my channel is mainly about, but I thought actually reading has played a massive part in my weight loss journey. I'm just going to explain that because that sounds a little, let me just move the camera, there we are. That sounds a little bit daft, doesn't it? Because how does reading help me with my weight loss journey? And people probably think I'm a little bit crazy. However, I've been massively working on my behaviours, my triggers, the way that I would be regarding food and what I associated with food. So like going to the cinema, I associated with having treats and things like that. And I've kind of tried really hard to come away from some of them like attachments with food. And one of the things that's really helped me has been reading. So on an evening after a day at work and stuff like that, I would, like many I suppose, make myself a cuppa, usually a tea, and I would have some snacks. And previously, before I started my weight loss journey, me and Oliver have been known. Do you know the big boxes of Maltesers that you can buy? They're about this big. Like, on reflection, it's absolutely quite scary. But we got into like a bit of a habit of putting a film on an evening, or we'd watch a series like Game of Thrones. We'd sit with this mug of tea, well, several teas if I'm going to be honest, because we drink a lot of tea, and absolutely devour like the full box of Maltesers. And that became like routine. And I have reflected on that and decided that evening snacking and out of like habit, I needed to break that. It felt a little bit like I was replacing the Maltesers and the like high calorie snacks with like pickles and things that are like lower calorie snacks, but I was still in the same cycle of associating a cup of tea and on an evening sitting and watching telly and eating. I really wanted to break that, and part of that, and I enjoy reading, I just don't ever make the time, was that I swapped out watching telly and just mindlessly staring at a screen. I do still watch telly and I do love films, but I've started reading a lot more, and that has massively like helped me change the way I think about how I'm spending my time, how I'm developing my mind. I feel a lot better for reading rather than just staring at a screen. But I'm enjoying using my brain a bit more. I think it helps with your literacy skills and your imagination, and it has absolutely 100% helped me stop that cycle of behaviour of on an evening sitting there, cup of tea and eating crap or eating a replacement crap. And I'm quite enjoying that feeling. So I do think I'm going to still do the book reviews. I'm going to tell you what I'm reading. I haven't read in years, so I'm exploring different authors, different kinds of books. And I just find it is actually quite a substantial part of my journey, and the things that I'm changing is helping me sleep better as well, which, do you know, when I've slept better, I do feel better the next day, like making better decisions, being able to make the choice to go to the gym rather than thinking I'm exhausted, I haven't slept very well. That has also come into like context really, and it's appropriate because I think I'm going through premenopause and my sleeping patterns were horrendous, and I think reading has helped me clean that up. And sometimes when I can't sleep when I first get in bed, reading a book allows me to shut down a little bit, because I do have a tendency to think while I'm asleep. And if I can clear my mind of the day's woes, troubles, life, things I've got to organise and sort out, I'm sleeping better, and it just seems to be working. So this time, it also helps because when I'm on a plane travelling, I can read and it stops me just talking crap to the person next to me and being really annoying. So this time I have read a Danielle Steel book. As you can see, I buy my books from the charity shop. They're only 60 pence. And then I will just re-gift these away to anybody that wants them, or redonate them to the charity shop. I don't read the same book twice. I don't think I've ever done that. In terms of novels and stuff. Some of the books that I find just really interesting, maybe I have read twice, but I have actually bought myself a couple of books for my birthday, just from the charity shop. And one of them's like The Psychology of Food and Food Addiction. And I'm quite looking forward to reading that. And it is probably something that I will pick up more than once, because I think to digest all that information and really understand it, you do sometimes need to. So the Danielle Steel book that I have read this time is The Long Road Home. Can I just say, I know it's really stereotypical and I have massively missed the bandwagon on this, but this woman is a brilliant writer. I enjoy the books, they're easy reading, they're not too complex. The stories, the characters are so well developed. It's like the stories are really enthralling. Well, I say that this story particularly was very enthralling, but not in a really deep, hard way. It was such an easy read. So The Long Road Home follows a lady from her younger years called Gabby and through her life, and it's a made-up story, but it's absolutely brilliant. The twists and turns in this, the plot and how it's developed and then turns is fantastic. There's some things, I don't want to be a total spoiler, but if you haven't read The Long Road Home, I massively recommend it. I thoroughly, and I mean thoroughly, really enjoyed this book. It has got an okay ending. It's really sad in parts. It's just absolutely well written. A really good book, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's an easy read that you can pick up and put down whenever you want. And ultimately, I will definitely, after reading this, be looking out for more and more Danielle Steel books. I do like the paperbacks because if I take them away, they're not as heavy. I found a charity shop with loads of them that was hardbacks, but they're just a bit of a waste on me. So I'm going to look out for more of the paperback books. So that is my book review. In terms of weight loss, if you've not tried changing your evening habits to help you stay on track and make better decisions and change behaviors that have become a little bit negative maybe, or not productive towards your journey, whatever journey you're on, I would massively recommend switching something up. If reading's not your thing, maybe puzzles, sewing, knitting, arts and crafts, anything that you can try that you enjoy. It's got to be something that you enjoy. For me, I am thoroughly enjoying reading, and using this along my weight loss journey is massively helping. So I hope you enjoy. If you do pick this up or you've read it before, let me know what you think. If you've got any book recommendations for me or authors particularly, I can't seem to be able to find Nelson DeMille any more of his books in the charity shops. So I may have to succumb and just go to a bookshop and go and buy some of them, because I do like him as a writer also. I'm trying to keep my reading quite varied and different, just to keep me interested and just to enjoy it. So if you've read this, let me know what you think. If you've got any recommendations, then please let me know in the comments. And to be fair, if you've got any other recommendations for things that I could incorporate into my evening routines, where usually I'd be snacking, or what you do, that would be also quite helpful, because I am more than open to exploring different means, changing my life, and I want this to be like a really long-term change, hence recording it so I can reflect and look back. So that would be fantastic. I hope you enjoyed my book review. I don't really know what you're supposed to put in a book review. I don't watch other people's book reviews. Maybe that's something that I should do. But fantastic read, fantastic author, defo recommend.